Hi, boys and girls. So, the story we are going to read today is from this Disney book, and we're going to read A Bug's Life, The Show Must Go On. Are you guys ready? Philk, long time no see, cried Rosie the spider as she gave her old friend a hug. And Dot, she said, turning to the pint-sized Ant Princess, you must have grown a whole millimeter since last season. The ants had not seen their circus friends since last year, when the circus bugs helped the ants defeat Hopper, the grasshopper bully who had threatened the colony. Then the circus bugs had to go on tour with P.T. Flea's World's Greatest Circus, but they had promised to visit the colony the following season, and now they were at last. Rosie, Slim, the walking stick, Francis, the male ladybug, Hermlick, the butterfly, Manny, the praying mantis, and his moth assistant, Gypsy. Dim the beetle, and Tuck and Roll the pill bugs, even P.T. Flea, the circus owner himself, was there. Listen, Flick said to the circus bugs once he had greeted them all. Dot and I have a surprise for you. We've organized a variety show with a number of great acts. Yeah, said Dot. We figured that as circus performers, you'll have always entertained others. So today we're going to entertain you. The circus bugs exchanged exciting looks. Gypsy clapped her hands in delight. Heimlich flapped his tiny butterfly wings. Francis good-naturedly elbowed Slim in the side. Ouch, cried Slim. Oops, sorry, Slim, Francis replied. So Flick, when's curtain time? Right away, explained Flick. He turned to Dot. Would you gather the performers? He told her. I'll organize the audience. Deal? Deal, Dot replied. He hurried off in the direction of the anthill, while Flick led the circus bugs, along with a crowd of ant onlookers, over towards a makeshift stage he and Dot had constructed in the middle of the clearing. Minutes later, Flick took his place on stage as the variety show entrance. He had seated the circus bugs front and center, and the ants filled in around them, also eager to watch the performances. Now all they needed were the performances. Just then, Flick spotted Dot hurrying towards him with the stars of the show. Queen Atta and her mother, a dozen or so ants from Dot's blueberry troop, and 3 ant boys named Reed, Grub, and Geordie. Flick cleared his throat and began his introduction of the first act. Okay, everybody, Flick announced. Welcome to the first ever Ant Colony Variety Show. Today's performance is dedicated to our special guests, the circus bugs. The audience clapped and cheered. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the musical stylings of Aunt Anta and Princess Dot, singing High Hopes. Come on, folks, let's give them a hand. Whoop. Sorry about that. Clapped with the audience as he waited for Dot and Anta to take the stage, but when the performance did not appear, Flick rushed off stage to find Dot and Anta, looking very anxious. What's the matter? He whispered to them. Anta opened her mouth to reply, but no words came out. Anta lost her voice, Dot explained. She can't sing. She can't do our number. Frick was flustered for a moment, but quickly regained his composure. Okay, he said. We'll just move on to the second act. Dot looked worried at Anta. What? Said Flick. There's a problem with the second act? Anta had stage fright, Dot replied. Flick looked over at the Queen Mother and her tumbling pet, Amphy, and saw that the second act was a lost cause too. Third act? Flick asked Dot hopefully. Dot shook her head. The captain of the Blueberry team isn't here yet, she explained. Without her, there's no one on top of their pyramid. Flick looked questioningly at Reed, Grub, and Geordie. What about you boys? He asked. Ready to go on? Those jokes of yours will leave them rolling in the aisles. But the boys were hesitant. We can't go out there first, said Reed. That crowd's not even warmed up, added Grub. Flick sighed and dropped his head, feeling utterly defeated. Well, that's our whole show down the drain, he said with a shrug. I guess I'll just have to go out there and tell them that our first ever ant colony variety show is over before it even began. Flick turned to walk on stage, but found his way blocked by the circus bugs. The crowd is getting restless, Francis said. Anything we can do to help? Rosie asked gently. Reluctantly, Flint explained the situation of his guest of honor. Anna can't sing. Orphe has stage fright, and the Blueberry team captain didn't show, and our comedy act won't go on without a warmed-up crowd. The circus bugs just smiled. They were used to improvising when things didn't go as planned. The show must go on, P.T. Flea explained. Right, cried Rosie. Now here's what we're gonna do. The circus bugs pulled Flick and Dot into a handle, and they made their game plan. Then, lo and behold, the show did go on. The first act delighted the crowd with the sweet sounds of Dot and Rosie, who, as it happens, knew all the words to High Hopes. The second act had the audience in stitches as Dim played the role of Morphe and adding in the Queen Mother's amazing act. The third act wowed the spectators with the balance and the ability of the Blueberry team, who took on two Hooray members, Tuck and Roll. By the fourth act, the crowd was significantly warmed up, and Reed and Grub and Geordie took the stage to amuse the audience with their best jokes. Then, as the first ever ant colony variety show came to a close, all the performances took a bow before cheering the crowd. Flick and Dot looked up and down the row of performers and into the wings at the other circus bugs clapping for them, and they smiled. So, the show hadn't turned out exactly the way they had planned it, but working together with the circus bugs towards a common goal, whether it was defeating grasshopper bullies or putting on a variety show, was just like old times, and that felt great. So that was that story from the 5-Minute Stories from the Disney book. I hope you guys enjoyed that Bug's Life one. So now I'm going to explain the activities for today. I'm going to list the materials I gave, or the prep materials I gave to the kids that usually come today. So what we're going to make today is fork dandelions. So what I did was I provided a white piece of paper, and what you're going to do is you're going to use either a plastic fork or a little baby fork you have at home, and use yellow paint. and make a fork dandelion. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the fork in the paint, use the white paper, and you're going to make a circle with the fork to create a dandelion effect. And once that's dried, you can put a green stem, and there's your dandelion. So that's the activity today. Hope you guys enjoy it and try and get outside. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another morning circle as well as story time and movement and music. So see you then. Bye.